Alright guys, so this is just a pre-recording for episode, should be 26 I believe? Yes, this is episode 26 of the Rise of the Riddermark campaign. Just trying to make some more progress here, that way I can get things moving with this campaign a lot faster versus trying to stream this outside of my normal schedule. So I know that over here, in the far north, we can start besieging Latesh over here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. There we go. Over here in Mirkwood, we're dealing with a bit of a plague. It's infecting a lot of our troops over here in Dor Lingvar and Dor Nardhawk over here. So I can't really advance any of my troops into the heart of Mirkwood, not until this plague is out of the way. Theodred, yeah, I should probably get you out of there. I don't want to run the risk of you getting killed. Okay, and then over here in Mordor, we've taken the Blackgate region, so now it's time for Theoden to kind of get moving here. Alright, I'll have to see what I can do about these guys. Actually, I can get my spy up in here. That'd be a good idea. Let's get you up here. Alright, I'll just end that turn here. Okay, and Dol Guldur is ramping up its offensive again. I think they're going to try to hit us on multiple sides of this front. And Gundabad looks like it's retreating. Got to deal with Agmar over here. This is pretty much the last standing, last real standing army these guys have left. Let's go ahead and fight this one then. This one could get pretty messy. Okay, where exactly do I want to place you guys? That's a good question. Could put you up here. It's a little uneven, though. I'm not a fan of this terrain. Alright, I can put the catapults up there. That might work. Let me get all the spearmen together. Yeah, there we go. That could work. Alright, I'll get you guys together. Get you guys together over here. see if I should put you guys in these woods. Can you stay hidden if I do that? Not really. Yeah, that works. That'll work.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Alright, let's take those guys out. Where's everyone else? They over there? Oh, okay. Alright, gotta get my catapults into position here. And would love to get my spearmen into a good position. Yeah, let's go ahead and get you guys moving.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Alright, hold off, hold off. You guys are shooting a little too much. Have you stop. I just need that ballista crew taken out, that's all. Alright, let's fall back, let's fall back. Ooh, I'm losing some of my light cavalry. They already lost 10 guys already. Jesus. Alright, you guys can stop firing. You're using up a lot of your javelins for this. I don't want to waste a lot of my ammo on just these spearmen over here. Actually, that's just infantry. We can just take them out with our bodyguards and our light cavalry, so why are we shooting at them so much? Alright, hold your shots. Is there a way I can get you guys up here? No, not really.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
Alright, so the captain's dead. Very nice.
Flees the field.
What?
Pursue and run them down.
We haven't won the battle. These guys haven't even arrived yet. What the heck are you talking about? That's a weird glitch. Doesn't make any sense at all.
It could have been we that were slain and defeated on the field, but fate has been kind and delivered us victory.
What? What the heck are you talking about? We didn't even fight these guys. What? What on earth was that? I'm probably gonna have to refight that one. That's silly. So what happens now? Do they just stay under siege? What? That's the craziest glitch ever. What the heck? How did that happen? Is that legal? Is that like a glitch or... How is that legal? What the heck just happened? Yeah, we're losing more troops over here again, no surprise.
Yes, my lord.
What the heck just happened here? That was like a super bizarre battle. That's almost unfair for Agmar, honestly. I'm tempted to go back and fight that again. Because honestly, that doesn't seem very fair for even the AI, you know? Like, what the heck? I'm not going to steal that from the AI. Yeah, I'm gonna try that again. I'm not stealing that from the AI. That doesn't seem right. What the heck happened there? How did we destroy the entire army if we only fought just a handful of them? I'm so confused. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Your orders, my lord.
I'm gonna try that again then. See what happens. That is the most bizarre thing ever. If it happens a second time, then you know what? Fine, I guess I'll take it, you know? But that's just really weird. Alright, seeing some massive movements from Dol Guldur again. This next phase of the war is going to be pretty tough. I had to keep so many of my troops in quarantine, and Dol Guldur is ramping up its numbers quite a bit, so when I desperately need troops the most, I'm pretty much suspending a third of my forces, if not more, in the area. It's not looking good. There's a good chance it may have to have Eomer fall back and just defend our key territory. I'm gonna save this again. That's just super bizarre.
Attack!
Alright, let's try this again.
Get your spears into them! The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Alright, let's go ahead and head over there really quick. Gonna do this again. Very nice. Good work, lads.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Alright, let's take these guys out over here.
Only half the enemy force remains. The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Okay, so I guess maybe it's not a bug. So maybe if you manage to destroy... If you manage to destroy the first army before the reinforcements arrive, then these guys just get automatically deleted.
It has been we that were slain and defeated on the field, but fate has been kind and delivered us victory.
Now, you know what? If it saves me a crap load of time from having to fight this huge battle, why not? I'll take it. I'll take it, you know? It's like the weirdest sort of bug ever, but worked a second time, so you know what? I'll just take it. Alright, how bad is this plague getting? Yep, losing more soldiers. It's such a shame. I'll have to keep all these troops grounded here for the time being because we're just losing way too many good soldiers here. I'm gonna try to get this catapult crew out of here. Alright, you guys gonna make your way to Berg-Elge. And you're going to build Mira stables. We'll get these guys retrained. I need to try to send some more troops over to them if I can. Yeah, they could use... Nah, they're okay on skirmishers. They need more mounted archers and heavy cavalry, so I'll do just that. Actually, more heavy cavalry is good, because you already got these guys coming around. Oh, that's going to be under siege, though. That's the problem. So I guess I better get more guys over there.
Your orders, my lord.
As you wish.
Alright, we'll see what happens over here. I might be inclined to send EUR back, because I don't know about taking this region now, because we definitely have to keep Theodred grounded over here. He's losing hundreds of soldiers to plague, so I can't really do anything about that.
Yes.
Meantime, just move around the map, just build a bunch of watchtowers.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
Yeah, we're losing a lot of troops to plague. It's quite bad.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, we need to get the ring bearer moving, so next move is just keep him moving this way.
Your orders, my lord.
Yes.
Yes, my lord.
With honor, my lord.
I need to get all these troops moving too.
Yes.
Yeah, just stay behind for now.
By your command. Converging armies.
I'm kind of tempted to give this region to Gondor. But if I do that, then I'll be completely sealed out of Mordor entirely, and then I'll have to go through the trouble of buying this back from Gondor. So I don't know about that. I think I better just keep this territory for the time being. Yeah, let's at least get some more cavalry rolling. That'll be a good idea. I can get you guys moving this way too. You guys will just keep heading north.
As you wish. Orders.
Oh, actually, you're going to have to stay out of that region because of the plague, so do not cross that border. Just go over here instead. I mean, how far do we have to go? Where does that border end? Is it the river? Yeah, I can't really tell. Like, I can see this border here, but maybe the river is the borderline. It's possible. Yeah, let's just keep increasing taxes. Might as well get some more of these guys moving. Wouldn't hurt. And, yep, we'll just get a crap load of more infantry going.
Your will, my lord. Orders. By your command, my lord.
Yeah, we'll just get all of you guys moving.
By your command.
Okay, I'm not going to worry about everything else going on up here. Latash has been taken. Agmar is completely, I mean, they're pretty much finished off. So what I'd like to do is get these guys moving towards Latash. There we go. Get some more troops up there. Because ultimately what I'd like to do is send Eorkenstan's army up north. Maybe even help the dwarves take out this Doomstack. That'll be fun. But in the meantime, let's see if we can get these guys moving. I don't think Gundabad's going to mess with us. I really don't. But if the dwarves need our help, then I'll see what I can do to try to assist. These guys might be a problem, so I'll have to get them out of the picture.
My lord. Yes. March to exhaustion, continuing later.
Your orders, my lord.
Alright, these guys won't be an issue.
Yes, my lord.
This is their very last region. So their capital will fall in 6 turns. I'm going to save it right here.
Your orders.
Because I'd like to see how Mordor is going to respond to all of this. My only concern is Mordor could end up bypassing these guys entirely and just besieging Morannon, which would be very bad news for us, because I don't have a general there at all. So maybe I should just give this to Gondor and be done with it. Yeah, let me save it as Rohan 158.
Orders.
Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord.
At the very least, could I send a general out there to help them out?
Your orders, my lord.
Yeah, if I send this guy out, I could keep this place under control. We lose some money, but that's okay. So I could have him come up as general, potentially. Have him make his way down here.
Taking camp here. This tower will keep
He's a
vigilant.
3-star general, so he's not terrible.
We shall continue tomorrow.
I'll just have to keep these guys over here to keep Dorthalu under control. Alright, I'll end this turn and see what we can do. But yeah, taking Latash, that was really weird. I guess that's one of the, probably one of the nicer bugs to deal with, you know? Having to avoid fighting a huge scale battle like that. Just take out the first army before the second one can actually deploy. Saved us a lot of troops. This plague is awful. 146 troops? My gosh. When are we going to be done with this plague, honestly?
Orders, my lord.
This is really, really hurting us.
Yes.
Alright, let's get you guys up here. I'll trade you guys out for sure. Yeah, we can get rid of you guys. Put all 3 of you in here. I'm just going to disband some of you guys, because I don't need these guys here. I don't even think we need the Ravanian Riders anymore. They're really not that great. Try to get some more troops going here if I can. Increase taxes, that'll help us out.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, they could be gearing up for a very big fight over here. It's probably best that I have Eomer fall back. I'm not sure. Stelgador is going to give us quite a beating. And Dale is not doing anything near enough to keep them busy. They're just letting them all head down south, letting me deal with all the fighting while my troops are pretty much stranded in quarantine down here. They can't do a dang thing. I mean, I'm trying my best to keep my best troops from losing everybody. This is bad.
Your orders, my lord. My lord.
Alright, I need to start sending this agent out.
Approaching
Who's this guy? Oh, Mordor Scout? It's so weird seeing an orc scout out here. It's like the first time I've seen something like that. Very strange.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, we can't let... Yeah, we gotta let the ring bearer up over here.
Yes.
Your orders, my lord.
With honor.
Yes, my lord.
Yes. With honor, my lord. By your command.
In fact, I might have you trade with Theoden over here. Yeah, we got way too many of these Golden Hall swordsmen. We need you to have the very best troops possible. I'll give you some more spearmen here. Might calm down on the cavalry in exchange for these guys. Because we got enough of these Riders of the Fold. Lots of heavy cavalry as it is. Just no Royal Guard, but except this guy here. That's about it.
Your orders, my lord.
Your will, my lord. My lord.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, let me save this really quick, see what we can do. Again, nothing going on over here. This is all looking very good. I want you guys to keep moving up north.
By your command.
What happened to that Gundabad Doomstack? Where are they going? I mean, did they already get obliterated? That's crazy if they already got destroyed. That can't be right. Where did they go? Oh, they're over there. Okay, that's interesting. So they must be heading eastwards. They're going to try to defend one of their very last regions, Dane's Halls. And they still hold on to Mount Graham, but the Elves are besieging it. That's the good news. And I'm going to get this guy moving over here. Yeah, because what I need him to do is just start sneaking around over here, eventually make his way over towards Latesh. He can take over as governor. I can get this whole army out of here.
We can go no further today.
Your orders, my lord.
And there's nothing those guys are going to do. Okay, I think we're going to end this turn too, but let me just check on Dol Guldur. Ooh, those numbers are getting huge. I feel like those guys are still too far away to mess with. So I'm going to keep... Yeah, I'm going to kind of keep out of there for now. We need to focus on preserving our strength here. I should probably get Erkenbrand's army on the move just to kind of keep them guessing. But if I do that, public order, yeah, I'll have to decrease taxes to keep them in line. Not a huge deal.
Your orders, my
Leave some troops behind. These two especially will stay behind. Actually, let me just check with the Shield Maidens. Can I merge you two?
Yes, my lord.
Oh, you're already at full strength. Okay. You'll stay behind too. That'll keep things looking better.
Your orders, my lord.
Erkenbrand won't have as big of an army, but I can still send him up in this direction. These guys don't seem infected. I'm pretty sure everyone else is. These guys are definitely infected. All of these troops are except these guys. So I could have him meet up with Erkenbrand, but it's a big risk. It really is. I don't know how I feel about doing that. Let me at least get these archers on the move. And then get all of you guys moving too, because I got to get some cavalry up there.
By your command. We can go no further today. My lord. Orders.
I'm going to go ahead and get you guys over here.
March to exhaustion continuing.
Your orders, my lord.
And I'm going to start moving Erkenbrand into the woods here. Actually, that's That's the area that's dealing with plague, so we're gonna try to stay out of there if we can. Do our very best. Yeah, we really got to avoid that at all cost. So I think I'll have you maybe inch your way. You know, it's a risk, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and get these troops moving towards two-store. I might just take a chance. I don't think they're suffering from plague. I don't think they're infected. I can at least get this guy moving. Try to give him some more cavalry too. Why not? Yeah, I just give him everybody I can offer. Yeah, that's looking better. And then Erkenbrand can start making his way up here, harass some orcs. Now these numbers are looking pretty bad. We'll have a lot to deal with, but if we can obliterate these guys, then it should give us a little bit of a break. Yeah, more than likely, Airmir's going to have to deal with this huge army.
Yes, my lord.
I'm hoping he's not going to get encircled. Oh, I forgot to move that guy. Darn it. I forgot to move him. Shoot. That's kind of annoying. Completely forgot about that. Alright, it's going to be interesting to see how Mordor responds to this. Oh, Dol Guldur is attacking us. They got around 3,200 orcs. We'll be outnumbered pretty much 3 to 1 in this scenario. Yeah, they got a lot of really tough heavy cavalry. These guys are beasts. I still don't think it looks that bad against us. We'll just have to look out for those goblin stalkers again, because they will mess up our cavalry. They're probably the one unit I hate the most from Dol Guldur, because they're difficult to kind of maneuver around. They have a lot of goblins. It's hard to take them down with my archers as it is. And then direct cavalry charges don't really work unless I can completely surround them and then get them panicking. But if Éomer can win this big battle, we can take Edirruinen. Because we need to deliver a huge blow to Dol Guldur. We knew we were going to be dealing with this much resistance, so let's see what we can do here.
Seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events.
Okay, so Éomer, let's get you guys together. You guys will act separate. Get the Royal Guard together. Alright, I'm going to keep you guys back here. I'm going to have you guys up front.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
And let me just see if I can... Yeah, it's a little dark. Let me just boost this a bit. Alright, let's go ahead and get you guys back. Bad Eomer. Let's go ahead and have you move on this side over here. Let's get the heavy cavalry moving back even more, because we're not going to need them right now. And then I'm going to get you guys moving on this flank over here. Could try to harass them as best as possible. Alright, and the light cavalry, just have you start moving over here. Charge those archers now. Alright, you guys need to go after those guys. Shoot those wargs down. Yeah, fall back, Eomer, taking some casualties. Alright, where are my skirmishers? Let's get these guys. Quickly, quickly. Where are my red shields? Yeah, you guys need to come over here. Help me deal with these... Yeah, help me deal with these warg riders. Hit them first. This light cavalry's got to move around these goblin stalkers. Actually, Eomer, you can start hitting these guys next. I need to get you guys positioned. Yeah, they got a lot of that heavy cavalry, unfortunately. It's going to be a problem for us. Alright, hit that Dolgador host. Yeah, just hit them entirely. Move around the flanks. Alright, we're depleting these guys. That's good. How are you guys doing? Yep, just keep at it. Fight those guys off. Reinforcements are arriving. I'm going to have you guys turn around and hit this cavalry. You guys don't give up on them. Keep pursuing. Alright, I think we're doing good here. Yeah, Eomer, you're going to have to retreat. Actually, no. Yeah, retreat. I'm going to have you charge right into them really quick. How are my Royal Guards doing? Alright, very nice, very nice. You swept them up very nicely. Regroup, regroup. Someone's getting hurt. Crap. Yeah, get out of there, guys. Get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah, all of you guys better get you out of there. You did good. Fall back now. Red shields are doing okay. You guys just need to harass this cavalry. Can't have them being a menace to me. Take out that ballista. No, guys, run, 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 run. Don't take that as an invitation to waltz your way around the battlefield. Yep, get out of there, get out of there. Alright, we're gonna hit these guys super hard. Everything we've got. Yep, our casualties are going up now. I don't know why you don't keep pursuing them. Alright, let's get you guys out of there. Fall back, get out of there, get out of there. Alright, Royal Guard. I'm gonna have to get you guys out of there. Fall back. Fall back. Oh my god, Eomer. Jesus, they are plowing him over here. Okay. Eomer, I'm gonna need you to get the heck out of there before you get killed. There's just too much going on I can't keep track of. Yeah, these goblin stalkers are the hardest to deal with, unfortunately. They're really making things difficult for me. Even my Royal Guard is having a hard time. Yeah, get out of there, guys. Just get out of there. Fall back, fall back.
Enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
What in the bloody heck is going on? I can't keep track of anything. God, this is super chaotic. And these guys are gonna butcher my cavalry like crazy. Airmir's gonna need reinforcements after this one. This is getting way too crazy now. At least we got the Mirkwood Spears running. That's good. So we got them completely disheveled. I still gotta deal with this mess over here.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Pray it remains as such.
Yeah, help deal with these archers over here. Actually, no, these goblin stalkers. Oh my god, my light cavalry. What the heck's going on over here? Where's the rest of my heavy cavalry? Yeah, you guys help out and deal with these guys here.
Our men have slain the enemy general.
Alright, we've only killed the captain.
Will lose their will to fight.
Okay, we have to get all of you guys organized again. Regroup, regroup. Yeah, that's their heavy cavalry. Yeah, let's get you guys out of there. Alright, these guys.
Slain the enemy general.
Perfect, perfect, that's good.
Will lose their will. The enemy are badly bloodied.
Alright, so that's their actual general dead. I need you guys to retreat. A lot of brutal casualties from this one. Yep, retreat, retreat. Where are my skirmishers at? Did I lose all of them? Where'd they go? Alright. We'll just run them over really quick. Fall back, fall back. Yeah, these goblin stalkers are the worst to deal with.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Not everybody. The goblin stalkers are still fighting on. 37% casualties. Yikes. What are we gonna do here?
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Alright. We'll have to make these guys pay for this battle. Shit ton of casualties here. Heavy cavalry got bruised quite a bit. Lost a lot of our mounted archers. And the light cavalry is pretty much non-existent now. No, just shoot. Just attack. Don't shoot. The red shields, oh my god, the red shields suffered horribly. They're one of my best units.
Our foe is utterly vanquished.
And we only lost 289 troops, so it's not terrible.
As the day of our most
I'll have to do some consolidation here. Which means Erkenbrand's going to have to send reinforcements to help us hold that region. Either that, or I could sell it to Gondor. Let them keep it. This will give me some breathing space to kind of regroup. Because I can't keep absorbing attacks from Dol Guldur every other turn if we try keeping this place. That's not going to be possible. Yeah, and these guys are going to push towards Berg Elge. So these guys are going to be completely on their own.
An honorable, glorious victory! My lord,
Alright, we'll exterminate the population.
conquered.
Yeah, I'm not taking that, that's for sure.
Your orders, my lord.
Okay, it looks like Mordor might leave us alone. So now all I gotta do is just keep this guy near Mount Doom.
As you wish.
Yes, my lord.
Keep all of these troops nearby too.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to avoid fighting any battles here.
Your orders, my
Because overall, the objective is just to make sure this guy is protected at all cost.
yes, my lord.
Honor.
Alright, you're gonna move over here.
Yes. Your will, my lord. Orders.
Yes, my lord.
Your will, my lord. Joining forces, by your command.
And I think we're gonna send you guys northwards. You just need to move around. Yeah, just head this way instead. Go to southeast. Might have to lower taxes here. Gotta try to get some more troops moving. I'll need to get you guys moving towards Berg Elge. That'll probably be the wiser decision.
Your orders, my lord.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands.
Approaching quietly.
Okay, so heavy cavalry is in kind of a rough spot here. I'll have to send one of you back for retraining, no doubt about that. Mounted archers, hardly faring that much better. Yeah, they're actually worse. Worse off. Yeah, I'll need some reinforcements.
Yes, my lord.
Problem is, Erkenbrand's gonna take a while to reach them. It would be safer if the entire army could just march up to Erenrunen. But again, I am contemplating on selling this to Gondor, because maybe this will be an effective neutral zone between us and the rest of their territories up here. Because I don't think Dol Guldur will attack Gondor. Gondor's way too strong and they know it.
Your will, my lord.
My lord.
I'm going to send my other spy down here.
My lord. Approaching
And this guy, let's see what we can do.
your orders, my lord.
Let me go ahead and get this whole army out of here.
As you wish.
We'll just besiege this place now.
Beginning the siege.
This place will have to fall in 3 turns.
My lord.
And this Gundabad Doomstack, I'm not sure where they're going. They might be heading back towards their former capital.
Approaching quietly.
Orders.
I'm going to keep these guys nearby,
By your command.
just to be safe.
Your will, my lord. My lord. Orders.
I wish the dwarves would get out of here, though. That's kind of annoying.
My lord. By your command.
Alright, let's put you all in here.
As you wish. Your will, my lord.
I'm just going to take this now so I can claim it.
The day is ours.
There we go.
Have conquered, my lord. Orders.
Yes.
This place falls in 4 turns. Alright, let's get you guys in here, too. I think I'm going to give these spearmen up. Yeah, because I can't even retrain the mercenaries anymore. Might as well get rid of you. You're not that much use anymore.
Your will, my lord.
So if I try sending some cavalry up there, how quickly can they arrive? That's the real question. I think this might be safe. Oh wait, I think I saw some troops hiding up here, that's the problem.
Yes, my
Probably is best I just get EUR out of there. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, so let me go ahead and get EUR out of there now. I'll just go ahead and sack all of this. So if Dol Guldur does take it back, we're going to make it pretty much useless to them for at least 4 or 5 turns. Alright, make it completely useless to the enemy. And I will give this to Gondor, so...
to deal with you.
Gondor, would you like this area that I just recently conquered? I'm sure you would.
How an honor and a pleasure. Farewell,
Alright,
my lord.
so this will give Éomer an opportunity to get out of there and regroup carefully.
I'm gonna stick you.
Yeah, because I can get you moving down here.
Your orders, my
I would like for Erkenbrand to send some troops over to you, but they're barely out of range.
lord. Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord.
Yeah, I might as well just send you down here instead.
Yes. We can go no further, my lord. Orders. Your will, my
Your orders, my lord.
And I know I can get some of these guys moving, so... Let's see.
Yes, my
I
lord.
think I'll give you
Your orders.
some more Riders of the Fold, Shield Maidens. Yeah, the Shield Maidens for sure.
Yes.
And then Erkenbrand, I'm going to send you back over here. Because this is just going to be an opportunity for us to kind of like slow things down. Because I can't really continue my invasion of Dol Guldur if I have hundreds of troops dying from plague here. It's turning into quite a mess, so I gotta wait until this situation is settled. Oh shoot. Where's Theodred? Oh, thank god, he's still alive. Okay. Okay, so...
Yes, my lord.
yeah, this is so bad. I'm just losing so many troops every turn to plague. I mean, how much worse, how much longer is this gonna last? Because I'm just losing... my forces are getting depleted here slowly, and there's nothing I can do about it. That's what's frustrating about it. I can't build any apothecaries or herbalists, nothing like that. And culture is at 88%. Yeah, this plague is absolutely ruining me. Might as well get some more cavalry prepped. That wouldn't hurt. And I'll get you guys moving... actually, I'm going to have you move up north. I think the War in Mordor should be fine now. These guys for sure I'm going to send to Mordor. Yeah, it'll be a while before you guys are ready. Same with you. Yeah, I kind of regret keeping Dor Lingvar. What I should have done is I should have just sold it as soon as we had Plague. I should have just sold that place to somebody. Because now I just have to deal with this huge mess of just trying to keep my troops quarantined and keep the Plague from spreading elsewhere. It wouldn't be anywhere near as bad if I could have just kept Dor Narhok safe from the Plague. But I made a stupid mistake of sending troops back here for retraining, so... now I've got 2 regions infected, losing hundreds of troops. Theodred is quarantined and can't move his army anywhere, so it's probably gonna be another 5 turns or so before I can get Theodred on the move again. So that's why I feel like we need to give this to Gondor. Because at least it'll give us time to consolidate our forces. I could even get Éomer to start pushing up north up here instead. Just kind of swing around Aaron Runen and just push north instead. That's a possibility. Alright, and the Ring Bearer is here, so all he has to do is just hold his spot for like 3, maybe 4 turns. I think with the Woodland Realm, I was holding it for 5 turns before the ring was finally destroyed. Yeah, let's get this cavalry moving. Alright, these guys are getting closer and closer. It's probably best that we wipe these guys out now, because I don't want them merging with this bigger army. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. Can I get all of you moving now? Potentially, potentially. Alright, so if we fight this battle now, how is this going to look? Yeah, it's not too bad. I think we can wrap this up quickly. Let's just get this going. We can deliver another big blow over here. Might force Dol Guldur to calm down a little bit.
Our foes appear to be gaining the upper hand in this battle.
Yeah, it's only just numbers, that's all it is. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of infantry here. Really got to get some more spearmen. Alright, powerful charge right there. Should keep those guys disheveled. Alright, let's get you guys out of there. Gonna hit these ballistas again. Alright, we delivered quite a punch over there. That's good. Alright, let's see if we can start hitting these archers head on. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Start charging these guys right away. Everything I've got with the heavy cavalry, let's just demolish them here. But you guys gotta aim for these archers instead. Now, I know the light cavalry is dealing with a bit of pressure, but they're doing a good job of wiping out this artillery. You guys keep pursuing those goblins. You guys come over here and deal with them. Alright, fall back and regroup, fall back and regroup. Regroup, regroup. Okay, you guys gotta come in and finish these guys off so our general doesn't get killed.
Our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to
Very nice. Okay, so their captain's dead. Won't be long for the rest of this army's on the run. Yeah, let's get you guys out of there. Alright, hit this ballista crew again. Yeah, let's get you guys out of there. Alright, my heavy cavalry. Yeah, let's get you guys out of there. Those are spears. Get out of there. Alright, cell swords, you got to come over here and help pin these spearmen down. My heavy cavalry's taken a bit of a hit already. If you can just pin them down, the cavalry will take care of the rest. Yeah, catapults, get the heck out of there. Yeah, let's get you guys out of there. That's a good charge, but get out of there.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men. The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
Alright, fall back and regroup. Alright, got these spearmen on the run. Alright, I think you guys can stop firing. Okay, this is looking a heck of a lot better. Things are looking swell for us.
The enemy army
Yep,
flees the
that
field.
army got completely shattered. Turned out better than I thought it would. Alright, let's just grab the rest of these stragglers here. We don't want to fight these guys again. Not these same orcs anyways. And we'll just speed things up to get this done. Oh, there's another group. Get them. Alright, that's enough right there.
The enemy are utterly
Recovered
vanquished.
3% of our casualties.
Great
It's not bad. Only lost a little over 200 troops. Alright, let's see if we can get everyone back to Berg Alge. Yes, perfect. So I'll try to get a bunch of you retrained if I can. Keep taxes low for now. I've got these guys coming over as backup if need be.
Your orders, my lord.
Alright, so that should put us in a pretty good spot for this turn. I'm going to go ahead and end this turn. Mordor's next move is going to be an interesting one. Because so far they've been leaving the Ring Bearer alone. If he was just going by himself, they would have tried to completely surround and take advantage of him, but as long as I have at least a few other standing armies near him, Mordor seems to leave him alone. Yeah, and Dol Guldur looks like it's retreating for the time being. What I'd like to do is help Dale fight these guys. If Dale can just get back on the attack again, start harassing their northern borders. Okay, did we lose any soldiers this turn? Soldiers killed... I don't think so. I think it said 0 soldiers killed. That should be good, right?
Your orders, my lord.
Alright, first things first, you guys have got to get back home, get some retraining done. I don't think this place has a waste... I can't remember this place has a way station. No, no way station here. And we can only get so much for cavalry here.
Yes, my lord.
I'll send you guys back for sure. You 3 for sure will head back.
As you wish.
That way the Riders of the Fold can get in there. We'll try to get all these guys retrained as best as we can. Yeah, because that's looking pretty good. So we could easily start pushing up north.
Your orders.
I'm going to keep Erkenbrand over here for now, because then this gives Theoden all the room he needs to start moving another direction.
Your will, my lord.
Yes, my lord. Your orders.
Yeah, I think I might send you back. Let me think about this one. I'm going to put Eomer up here instead. And then I'll give him one of the Lancers here.
As you wish.
And you guys can stay where you are. Yeah, I'll send you up too. That way we can kind of get you merged together. There we go. That's looking good. And then you guys can head back and get retrained.
Your orders, my lord.
And the cell swords... Yeah, we'll keep you around, I guess. Just for now.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, so maybe in a few more turns we could stop losing so many troops to plague. That would be nice. Yeah, they're leaving us alone over here now, so Mordor is just not being aggressive at all. They're basically just in castle mode, I guess.
Your will, my lord. By
So I don't think there's a real need to keep sending troops over there. Yeah, not at all. We have more than enough troops. We still haven't fought a single battle, so I guess we'll just see where things go.
as you will. Your will, my lord.
Yeah, I'll get you guys moving up north.
We'll make
Your
Like I
orders,
said,
my lord.
Erkenbrand, probably best I just leave you here for now. We'll see how they deal with Gondor.
Approaching, my
And
lord.
if they do take it back, it'll suck, but it won't be that big of a deal, because honestly, it's going to be useless to them for a while. Kingdom of Gondor, Ar Adonheim. Okay, that's good. If it's Ar Adonheim, that's not a big deal, you know?
My lord.
orders.
Alright, and this guy, he's been here now for, I think, 2 turns now. Maybe one more and the ring will be destroyed. Or after that, maybe, probably 2 turns, I'm guessing. Maybe 2 more turns. Alright, Rawberg is finished with that. Dorlingvar. And then the Foldberg. Yeah, let's build that. I know a bunch of troops are ready to go. Yeah, let's get you guys moving.
Your will, my lord. As you wish. We can go no further today. Orders.
Okay. And this siege will just continue that siege for a while.
My lord.
Alright, and that will surrender in 2 turns. Yeah, let's bring you guys back over here for now, is what I'm thinking. Or at least you. Let's send you back for now. That way he can move past this, through this pass over here, take over for governorship of Latash.
Yes, my lord.
If I send him out now, public order goes down the drain quite a bit.
Your orders, my lord.
So might as well just keep you there for now.
Your will, my lord. Is that what you want?
Alright, and there's really nothing else to do this turn. I don't much care to go after these guys right now.
Thank you.
But I will have to keep an eye on Dale up here, see how they're doing. Okay, only lost 3 soldiers this time.
Your will, my lord.
So it looks like things could be getting better, on the whole. If I can get Theodred's army on the move, this will be amazing, because then he can join up with Erkenbrand, and we can start making advancements in other directions. Or I could just send Theodred's army back up north alongside Airmere, and we can just plow our way back up here. We might even be able to get some assistance from Dale. It's hard to say. Yeah, and Dale, they better not lose their capital there. That'll be bad news.
My lord.
Alright, I'm going to send you over here.
Yes.
Who should I trade out? Probably this guy, I'm thinking.
My lord. Orders. Your will, my lord. My lord.
Your orders, my lord.
Your will, my lord.
Alright, you got a lot of mounted archers already. I think I'll give you one more. Let me think here. Yeah, you got Riders of the Fold. 3, 4 of these guys. Yeah, you got enough heavy cavalry. I might give you one more, because we could use more of those Riddermark riders. They're very good. Just who to send is the question. Oh yeah, you guys will head up north. I'll have you... Let's see, will this guy be able to catch up with them? No, he won't be able to. Let's just get you up here then. There we go. Alright, you'll head down here, see if I can get you retrained. Any way station here? No way station, so I gotta send you guys way over here instead. In order to avoid the plague. Or at least we're not losing any more troops. Well, not that many to plague, so at least that's not a huge problem anymore. And Mordor is not doing anything over here, which is good to see.
My lord. Have a taste of my blade.
Yeah, it might be one more turn before we get the offer to destroy the ring.
Orders.
Alright, let's see what happens if you take over as governor and he gets out. Oof. Goes down to 90%. Yeah, he's not popular, is he? But that's okay. I'll leave some more troops behind. It's not like we really need that many. I mean, for sure I can leave the light cavalry behind, right? Yeah.
Yes, my lord.
This tower will keep vigil over the lands. Ascend orders.
Alright, it looks like this Doom stack is still going to be a problem for our friends over here. Yeah, we could go to war against Gundabad right now and it's not going to matter.
Your orders, my lord.
My lord.
This might be our only opportunity to face them now. Yeah, let me save this as Rohan 162.
Marching to war.
Alright, and the dwarves... Yeah, the balance of power is still in our favor. They don't have any trolls anymore. Okay, let's see what we can do to help out.
We bring the battle to the enemy.
And once this Gundabad Doomstack is destroyed, there won't be anything left of them to really fight. Yeah, because I know their numbers are pretty well depleted. Oh, my green screen's looking a little weird. Yeah, I gotta get my lighting setup improved here. Plus, I'm right next to a window, so it's gonna make my green screen look weird because of all the extra light. I gotta fix that. That's kind of annoying. Alright, let's get you guys up this hill. Dwarves are coming in from that side.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Alright, looks like they're heading this way. It's fine with me. Alright, and that should be their general right there. Alright, the dwarves should do pretty well here. They try to take out that ballista quickly, but my Royal Guard, they may have a shot at taking out this general. Actually, you got a perfect opportunity to strike at these marauders. Take them out.
Our men have slain.
Alright, that's really good.
Him, his troops will lose their
Okay, so his army's gonna start panicking any moment. Alright, let's get the Royal Guard out of there. You've done enough.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Yeah, those guys have had enough. They're done for. We got a lot of their guys on the run now. Yep, get going, get going. Oh yeah, these doors are completely surrounded. I'm gonna try to help you out if I can, but I've got a bit of an issue over here right now.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Yeah, they still got a lot of troops over here. Last real pocket of resistance. Yep, got the Marauders to run away. That's good. Oh god, no guys, no. Thank god they retreated.
Cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack. We await your command.
Alright, that should be enough there.
This is a clear victory.
It's not too bad, only lost 75 troops.
Entering woods and preparing to ambush.
Okay, that is pretty much the last of Gundabad's strength. Let's check on things over here and see how they're doing.
I'm gonna stick you.
Yeah, they still got... Oh, this actually might be their Doom stack. Yeah, this looks like it could be their Doom stack. So I don't know what that was then. But I'll let the dwarves deal with that, because I got too much going on here as it is. I'll let the dwarves deal with the last of Gundabad. Because we've got Agmar exactly where we want them, so... It's a good chance there's not going to be any more fighting in that part of the world. Unless we decide to go to war with the dwarves. Because technically we have every opportunity to start attacking Edith Lewin. Yep, and the dwarves are heading that way. Yeah, that could be their doom stack.
An honorable.
Alright, those guys were forced to surrender. We might send his army over to help against that doom stack. Alright, before we destroy the ring, let me just check on a few things here. And besides, I'm going to wait until we start stream before I destroy the ring.
Your orders, my lord.
I would like that to be a memorable moment. Because once Mordor is completely destroyed, all I really have to do is just prioritize besieging Barad-dûr. I can send a bunch of these troops back up north. Okay, so the plague might well be on its way out, because we're really not losing that many troops anymore. Things are starting to look way better altogether. So it's probably safe for me to start merging soldiers again.
Orders. My lord. As you wish. Merging armies, my lord.
Yeah, that's looking good.
My lord. Your will, my lord.
Go ahead and start getting all these guys together.
Yes, my lord.
See if I can get Theodred on the move again. Alright, looks like we can get a bunch of these troops trained. Because the big priority will be moving these guys Yeah, with Theodred finally able to move again, this helps us out tremendously. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave these guys down here to defend Dorlingvar, just in case Dol Guldur gets any ideas about trying to hit us down here again.
Yes, my lord.
I will get Theodred eventually merged with these guys. I just want to make sure that I'm going to wait one more turn before I do that, because I don't know if Theodred is still infected. I don't know. Maybe we're finally developing some immunity here again, because we're only losing like a handful of troops every turn.
Your orders.
Way better than losing like 100 or more.
Your orders, my lord.
But I can get Theodred moving through 2-stored over here. My next guess would be maybe our best bet is just to kind of push up north. In like a fishhook sort of strategy, we can take Thranduil's Halls. We can have another attack come from this direction. Take Erendolan in this region too. That way we're on a pretty good front. And we'll have plenty of opportunity to start pushing westwards. And then maybe even start encircling their forces in this area too. Because I really just don't feel like pushing deep into Mirkwood is a good idea. There's just so many places where you can get flanked, ambushed. It just makes more sense if we kind of move this direction, take Thranduil's Halls, that'll be a big deal right there. I could even have Theodred move in this direction, cause some commotion down here. He might even be able to take this city up here. That could be interesting. And then once Khazad-dûm is Gundabad is completely wiped out, Khazad-dûm might be able to help us fight against Dol Guldur. Alright, this guy's totally ready to go. Let's get him moving.
We shall continue your will.
Alright, you guys... I'll leave the mercenaries with him. But you guys can start heading back over here. See if I can get you guys retrained. Yeah, I'll give you an armor upgrade, I guess. The spearmen don't necessarily need to stay here, right? We can get them moving. Yeah, public order. Might have to leave you there for a few more turns. But I can get you two moving, that's not a problem.
Yes, my lord. Your orders, my lord. My lord. Approaching quietly.
Okay, what about Karn-dûm? Oh, Karn-dûm surrenders in one more turn, so I doubt they'll sally forth to fight us. Okay, and this is where I'm going to end it officially, because this is a great deal of progress being made. So when I start streaming this, Mordor will officially be destroyed. We just had to besiege Barad-dûr, deal with the rest of these orc rebels everywhere. But we can still dedicate a lot more strength towards Dol Guldur. So basically all we have to do is just conquer... Let's see. 38 we hold right now. Karn-dûm makes that 39. So then after Mordor is destroyed and we take Barad-dûr, that'll count as 40. So we only need to take 10 more regions to win the game. So we can either do that by grabbing territory from Mordor, or just continue pushing deeper into Mirkwood and just acquire as much land as possible. But I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. So I'm going to save this. We'll continue with the rest of this campaign on the official stream.